navigate to SharePoint, and I believe the best way to get to SharePoint is through the web app interface. In order to do that, I'm going to open my browser and go to office.com. I should already be logged into office.com. Looks like it's asking me to sign in, so I'll sign in with my email account. Okay, and once you're inside of office.com, you'll see that on the left-hand side you have all the applications you're used to using in Office. If you don't see what you need on this bar here, you also have additional apps here. This is the app launcher. And you'll see everything that's available to you with your licensing. Here I can navigate to SharePoint. All right. Since this is demo count, this is a little empty, so bear with me, but I'm going to go ahead and navigate to a site. So in the context of this training, we're going to be focusing on the site interface of SharePoint, not necessarily the back end of SharePoint and how it works, but what you're going to be actively looking at as a member of the team. So here we have lots of different options. This SharePoint site has a lot of features to it. There's calendar features, there's going to be announcements, but mostly the key things that SharePoint's going to have, it's going to be dictated by your department, obviously, but you're looking for calendars and document repositories. So the documents folder here, and you'll see it as it opens. It is going to be similar to a OneDrive, but this is a larger scale. So this is company-wide or organization-wide, sometimes just department-wide. It depends on the site that you're invited to, but you're going to see a lot of file folders here and have access to those. Sometimes it's going to be view-only access. Sometimes you can edit these. Sometimes you can upload. It depends on the permissions you're given from your department head. This is how you create a new folder or document in this location. You can upload from your computer. You can also sync this to your computer locally. So if there is a particular file folder that you'd like to sync, that you could do that. I do not recommend syncing from SharePoint. One, you're always going to have access to it as long as you have internet connection, but if there is something that you need locally on your computer when you're not connected to the internet, I would do this very sparingly. Sometimes these document repositories can be very, very large, and you don't want to be using up a ton of space on your local computer if you don't need to. In this drop down, you're going to see adding shortcuts to the OneDrive to this site. So if you always go to this page and you're constantly in this, you can always add a shortcut to your OneDrive so you can navigate to the SharePoint site from your File Explorer. And you would go to OneDrive and you'd see the shortcut here. You can export things. These permissions will be different depending on the permissions you're given from your department head. There's a filtering option for your documents. You have a view selection here, and then you can span this to full view. This is just an info page. Site access is going to give you the option to look at who has access to the site and what permissions they have. Read, view, write, privileges. Take a deeper dive and kind of explain what those permission levels are. I just wanted to show you a back-end feature, which is the advanced permissions in SharePoint. You have different levels here. These would be how you assign your members. So team site members, owners, visitors, managers, and then over here you have the permission levels, full control versus view only. So this is what your manager will be able to modify and let you either edit, contribute, download, view only. This is where they're going to control all of that. So if there's a document that you feel like you need to edit or modify and you can't, you would just go to your manager